are live. Welcome to episode 13 of the High Slot Hockey Podcast, presented by Hedgebet Industries, who is revolutionizing the game as we know it. We are a little thin this week without our co-host Coco, who is currently soaking up the Florida sun. So it looks like you're stuck with the Cameron brothers this week, and our behind-the-scenes man, Jay Butts.
How you doing, boys?
How we doing?
What's going on?
You guys got anything? You guys got any news? Any personal news? Nothing?
Nah, same old shit, just living, following the hockey game, and, just kicking it. How about you, Butts? Anything?
Nothing really going on. Just same old. Just grinding.
Yeah, and if no one doesn't know my voice right now, this is Bob Deuce, filling in for Coco Spot this week. Before we move on, though, let's hear some words from our sponsorship at Ease Barbershop. Do you ever look in the mirror and think, wow, I look like a guy with an expired license? With the boys over at Ease Barbershop, they will have you walking out of the door with all the confidence in the world. After a visit at Ease Barbershop, you can delete those date naps because they will have you ready to wheel and deal on those Friday and Saturday nights. To book an appointment, please visit www.ateasebarbershop.com. Once again, please visit www.ateasebarbershop.com to book an appointment today. All right, so today, boys, we're going to start off with kind of a little dark subject here. Absolute legend in the hockey community, Mike Bossy, tragically passed away from lung cancer this past week. He was part of the New York Islanders team that won 4 straight Stanley Cups. He was known as the first classified sniper in NHL history and all that, and he won the Calder Memorial Trophy in 1978, which was Rookie of the Year. Countless amount of All-Star games, first All-Star team ballots, second All-Star team, a bunch of Lady Bangs, a couple of those, Conn Smythe Trophy in 1982, and all the Stanley Cups in 1980, 1981, 82, and 83. Just not sad day, sad week for the hockey community. Absolute legend.
Yeah, bona fide sniper. 573 goals, 1,100 points, and only 750 games. Unbelievable. Wish we could have seen him play. Obviously, he's played in the 80s, won all those cups in a row, too. Absolute beauty. And that team he played on, the Islanders, they were absolutely stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked out of their minds. Sad day. Unfortunate. Very young, too. He's 60.
65.
Yeah, 65. So, yeah, it's too bad. But, hey, it was a short-lived career he had. He only played 700 games. If he played 1,000, who knows? He might have got up towards Gretzky with those goals.
Yeah, him and Gretzky are tied with, the most 50-plus seasons.
Yeah,
in a row. It's 9 seasons.
Yeah, you see his rookie year. He's just going to start out slow. 53 goals right out the gate, 38 assists, 91 points. And then what is he his 5th year in the league, he drops just a 147 on the heads. Unbelievable. Looking at these stats, I can't even believe it, honestly. 9 straight years, 50 goals. His lowest total was the year he retired, 38. That guy was a machine. He couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, when he played in the queue for the Laval National, dude, he put up 149 points in 74-75. That's insane, dude. Because, the crazy thing is, his first ever season with the Laval National in 72-73, 3 points. He had a goal, 2 assists, and then he just took off for 118 the next year with 70 goals.
Yeah,
84 goals the following season.
Goalies were legit pile-ons, I feel back then. They just, there was no butterfly goalies. I don't think the goalies were even wearing helmets yet. They're probably getting hit in the jaw, losing teeth with the pucks. I don't know. You couldn't pay me enough money to, I don't care how much money to play goalie back then. You're legit getting smoked.
Absolutely not.
Jerry Cheevers, he had, scars on his face. Shit like that. He was just probably getting on breakaway, sliding the puck between their legs, or you know what I mean? It's just, if you look at those old highlights, the goalies look like they kind of were, hung out to dry back then. But
let's pour one out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well said, boys.
I'll pour some into my mouth.
Yeah. Gone too soon. It's unfortunate. Like I said, an absolute pillar in the hockey community. He was a 1991 Hall of Fame inductee, so Best wishes to his family and the New York Islanders community.
Yeah, good going, Chicklets, too. That was good.
All right, so we're gonna move on to more like let's get some more comedic relief here. So we got Ryan Hartman fined $4,000 for flipping off Evander Kane during a heated little altercation last week, and also the funny thing is that Evander Kane's ex-wife Venmo'd Ryan Hartman $200. That's kind of steep though. Like she could have given him way more.
Nah, she's paying off Evander's debts too. That's why she can only afford $200 of it. She's still paying it. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, that's hilarious that like it's only $4,000. It might as well go towards his Kane's like legal fees or something. You know what I mean? Just pay a little bit of that off.
Vegas red flag that Venmo.
Yeah, right. They're like, no.
Hartman to Kane, and then they look at the 4G like, no, chill. Yeah, chill. But yeah, no, Ryan Hartman, legend for that. Evander Kane's been kind of like playing really well this year. He's definitely trying to get a contract extension, if you know what I'm saying, for a certain reason. I don't know if we know about. But yeah, that was comedy. You don't see people throw up the middle finger that much anymore,
especially on national TV.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, if we're gonna swap sports, Kyrie Irving. But yeah, Ryan Hartman, he definitely Kane deserved that middle finger. He's a rat.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with the Ryan Hartman, like him getting all this. It wasn't just Evander Kane's ex-wife sending Venmos. There's been Venmos from countless amount of people, just fans and everything.
Well, they cover the tab.
No, he took all that money. He's all, thank you so much, like you guys, like thanks for the support, but I'm gonna like take the proceeds and
he donated to the Children's Hospital in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, Hartman, that's a good shit move.
There you go.
Nasty.
Yeah, good guy, Ryan Hartman. He got his wires kind of crossed.
He was gonna dummy him if the ref didn't get in between. He was pissed.
You don't see people get that mad like that anymore.
Oh yeah, he legit like snapped. Yeah.
Threw up the bird. You don't see that much.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
So there's another fine we can talk about. The Matt Barzal fine. He was fined $2,500 for he was sitting on the bench. It was kind of a dumb fine. He was sitting on the bench, whatever, and Mitch Marner was standing in front of their bench while play was going on, and Matt Barzal just grabbed his jersey when he was skating away to try to jump up in a play. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. Like whatever. Like I think they're buddies, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So like I think he was kind of just like fucking around kind of thing, and I guess Gary Bettman had his panties up in a bunch, and so
yeah, I'm just pulling up the highlight right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was bumping over there.
Yeah, no, he's just grabbing him. But I heard I saw a quote like he said they're buddies. Like Marner didn't make a big fuss out of it. He was like, oh yeah, like. That's pretty funny that he did that. Like, I wasn't really near the play, but we played together during when we were younger and stuff. So he's like, that was just Matty being Matty, just being funny. So I don't see like the whole I guess like because he's on the ice, but I think it's kind of like a steep fine. I would just let it go. I mean, if he was like legit on a breakaway or something, the puck was like in his feet or something, and I get it, but I think it's kind of dumb.
You know that was some old-time player that was like, he needs to get fined. Like, no, back in my day, this would never happen, this tummy sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if it's Shanahan. No, it's definitely not Shanahan.
No, it's Peros.
Peros?
Peros is a player.
Is he? Guy. Oh yeah, George Peros was a goon, wasn't he? Like when he played.
Yeah, I don't know how they have like all these fighters and shit just becoming like the player safety people. It's like, that makes no fucking sense.
And then they're all like goody two shoes when they got their nice suit and tie job. They're just like, yeah, I don't fight Peacemaker now, dude. We remember where you came from. Yeah, I'm calling you out, George Peros.
Yeah,
they're fucking dummy me, dude. I'll be dead.
Vinny and George Peros at the Kings of Combat. Book it.
Yeah, I'll be dead. Yeah, I'll be in there for like 10 seconds. He'll put me through a wall.
Yeah, so we're going to cover the Western Conference wildcard race. It is absolutely wild. It's wild right now. So you got...
Is that a pun?
Yeah, it was really stupid. No, but yeah, so Nashville and Dallas are both tied with 91 points at the 1 and 2 spots in the wild card. And you got Vegas at 87 points. So Hold on, this is refreshed. I think it might have been a little bit of an update here. Oh, and yeah, so it's different. How they refresh. So it's 93 points now for the Nashville Predators, and the Dallas Stars are still at 91, and Vegas is still at 87. So it's a tight little race here. Vancouver's also at 87 points, tied with Vegas. Winnipeg's pretty much out of it. They're at 81, 6 behind Vancouver and Vegas. So Vancouver and Vegas right now are just been on, like, they're on like complete like survival mode. Like, they need to win out the rest of their games to even get even close to the Dallas spot, to the second spot in the wild card. And what's your prediction, Vinny? I know you were big on Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I said it last pod. It's looking slim to none at this point. They can't really rack up any points right now. I did pick against them the other day, the Oilers. I was right. I just had a feeling. I want to back up my my whole prediction, but it's not looking too good right now. I think the Nucks are a better team, I think, right now, but the Knights are healthy. They should be playing well. They're just goaltending blows, man. I don't know.
Yeah, Lannery in it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather have Markstrom or, Demko, I'm sorry. I'd rather have Demko than either of those guys, I think.
Yeah, Demko's been playing unbelievable. He's definitely in the Vezina talks right now.
Yeah.
He is crazy. He has crazy stats this year.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way Dallas is going. Dallas is definitely, I think, Predators are all right. I never really had any, like, real, like, stock into them going in the playoffs this year, but I like the Stars. The Jets the Jets are all done. They're like 10 points out. They just haven't been eliminated yet, right?
Yeah, they haven't been mathematically.
Yeah, mathematically. Yeah, they're all done. But yeah, the only team I can see looking in that's gonna get in maybe the Nucks. The Knights, we'll see.
Because the Knights have lost 2 right now, so that it's not looking too great. So
yeah, they've been a disappointment. It's just Eichel's got to prove, I think, to a lot of people that he's a winning player, you know, like he's a difference maker. You add him to the lineup, you know, like over in Buffalo, tough situation. Like your whole team's got to be around you. He's got to be pretty decent or competent, you know, and like I think he has that in Vegas where not everybody's got to be healthy. You know, he should be able to carry his squad to a couple of wins, maybe down a couple guys like Stone and Patch, but obviously those guys help. Like
big time.
Those guys will be like, I mean, Ike's a second line center, and I mean you'd have those guys on the first line, I think, unless you want to switch up Pacioretty and Eichel. But those 2 centers there are sturdy. You got just lined up back to back, but. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they just made some poor decisions lately, the Knights.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of poor decisions, like, so I know you saw this tweet that got sent to us. So since the Jack Eichel trade to the Golden Knights on February 16th.
Yeah, I remember this.
Like the swap with the trade between them and Buffalo. Vegas and Buffalo are both 13 and 14 since February 16th, since that trade. So I don't know what's going on over in Vegas. I don't know what they're thinking right now.
As of now, Buffalo won that trade.
Yeah, as of right now, they won that trade 100% because the Sabres were like bad, like going like pretty much like from start to the middle, like going into the All-Star break until this trade happened. And Buffalo has been playing really well, like for like Buffalo standards. I would like. Would you guys agree with that? Like, I feel like they're playing pretty fucking well.
I was gonna say 13 and 14 is like really good for Buffalo. Right?
Yeah,
like being around 500. The thing is with the Vegas, they made this trade for right now. That's why they're losing this trade, because they were supposed to immediately be, we got Jack Eichel, we're going to the playoffs, we'll be rolling. We got Patch, we got Stone. They got what's his name on the back end? Your boy,
Shea Theodore.
Yeah, Shea Theodore. Pietrangelo, like
White Cloud's pretty good.
Yeah, White Cloud.
Alec
like
Martinez.
It's just got to be their goal at this point. Like that, I'm like naming off. That's just I can't stand, because that's. Yeah, I mean, we always mention every friggin' pod when we talk about the Knights, but Fleury.
Yeah, like as of right now, I think Buffalo is one of the teams you don't want to face if you're like going into the playoffs, and
Yeah.
you're like on the line of making the playoffs, not making the playoffs, you don't want to face Buffalo. They have nothing to lose, and they're playing good hockey right now.
Yeah, they beat the Leafs like every time they play, and that's like the Bruins gotta like just win that day. I don't know if they play the same day. I just like get up on them because it's like they can't. The Sabres are one of those young hot teams that are moving.
Yeah, so let's move on to talk about the St. Louis Blues. Like this team, man.
Nasty.
This team
I'm taking a victory lap on that.
Unbelievable. Like they had 9 straight wins going into last night against our hometown Boston Bruins. The boys came through with a nice OT win, but go like leading up to that game, they were beating teams like just taking people's lunch money.
It was against the Preds 8-2 the other night.
Yeah, they smoked them.
Oh yeah, and we had that over. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that smashed. That
Doing
smashed.
The boys again.
Yeah, it was, and we hit the parlay too. I think it was the bailout.
Yeah, we got pushed on what was it?
Did we push?
We pushed on one of the overs, but other than that, we hit.
Yeah. We bait pretty much right.
Oh no, it was Florida. It was Florida versus the Wings or something like that, and it was like over 7, and it was 6-1.
Oh, we back on putting the Preds on the bets now. Back on the Red Wings.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, no, I remember like
They're treading lightly.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Blues. You know what? I'm gonna make that proclamation on the pod. I'm jumping off the Knights bandwagon. I'm going right to the Blues. I'm off the Knights.
Yeah. Vinny's about to just jump to every team. He's like, oh no, actually.
I was
Dallas
talking.
Cowboys, Yankees fan, Vinny Snipsky.
Yes. I was on the Knights at the beginning of when we started the podcast. I thought Eichel was gonna be that guy, and nope. Blues. I said, what was it, 2 pods ago, that they were gonna finish strong, and loving the way they're playing. They're looking like 2019, which is PTSD for me too.
Yeah, like the reason why like the Blues, in my eyes, is the reason why they're playing so well is because Craig Berube just like has like that winning pedigree and has that just like tenacity about him that he gets the message across. He neutral zone play, just get pucks in deep, like just beat the crap out of the other team that you're playing against.
Puck possession.
And like Tarasenko just played absolutely like his like little tear he had was insane. He screwed me on fantasy. I got upset in fantasy this past week, so I'm kind of down bad. But
that's why you've been quiet.
Yeah, that's why I've been quiet. I was number 1 seed, ended up losing because Tarasenko just decided to play hockey.
He was first star of the week in the NHL too.
Yeah, he played unbelievable. I mean, he screwed me.
Oh,
It was fun to watch, but he screwed me.
Oh, that's mad funny. That reminds me. Was it the other night? I was like looking at my phone. Bob was like on the other side of the room. I was like, oh yeah, Tarasenko first star of the week. I read his stats, and Bob just didn't answer me.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Now that explains why.
Goes right to bed.
That explains it.
Yeah, I was dominating all year, number 1 seed, and then I just get upset in the semis. I'm like, oh my god, that happens to me in like every fantasy, dude. It sucks. Like fantasy football, like dude, I get rinsed in the playoffs. It sucks.
That's why I stopped playing. It's just too much anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh, fantasy football is the worst.
Yeah, I was. So I was in the like I said, I was in the semis where I got upset, but dude, going into Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. I had Shesterkin. Like Shesterkin was playing, but I just like didn't look at my lineup, dude. I wanted to kill myself. I was playing golf with Vinny, Coco, and Tommy, and whatever. Like
we get to Jake and Joe's.
Yeah, we get to Jake and Joe's, and I literally like we're just like sitting down and like having beers, and I dropped my phone, dude. You would think that like something like awful happened to me. Like you know what I mean? It was so dramatic. Like I dropped my phone. I'm like, oh my god,
I'm like,
dude.
Who died, Bob?
Yeah. Coco like looked at me. He's like, you okay, dude? And I was like, oh, dude, I didn't start Shesterkin. And he got and I go, he had a shutout for 12 points. Dude, that's gonna fuck me or whatever. And they're like, really, dude? I was like, yeah, dude, like, or whatever. And then we ended up losing by like 30 anyway, so it didn't really matter.
So it would have been just 20 instead.
Yeah. I mean, it would have softened the blow, but
yeah, yes, you know.
Yeah. So like the Blues winning streak came to an end last night against our hometown Boston Bruins, like I mentioned before. So might as well just get right into the Bruins recap, kind of segue in there. Yeah. Well, what's your guys' thoughts on the Bruins lately?
They just have to get healthy. It's gonna be tough. I just don't like how long they kind of held out. Lindholm and Pasta. They're supposed to be back this week though. They're staying with the team today. I heard. Allmark's going to play against the Rangers this weekend when they play. I don't know if it's this week or this weekend, but that's a good sign because Allmark was playing on his head.
Yeah.
And, like, give Swayman, like, a game off. Yeah, like, it's kind of – I like the whole goalie, like, in and out situation because it keeps the guys on their toes. And, like, you're not going to ride the hot goalie the whole way. You're going to have to, like, maneuver, like, play situationally. I hope they do. Like, they should have done last year with Tuca and Swayman. Like, oh, you didn't play that good today. I'm going to Swayman the next one. You know what I mean? Like, you can trust both goalies, get them hot. Lindholm, not worried. He put him in there. He should just, him and McAvoy. McAvoy, that fucking snipe last night. That was nuts. That was great. Good to see him doing that, and then you fit in Lindholm with him, and hopefully that just takes off like nothing happened, And Pasta, Halsey had a goal last night. He love to see that. Obviously, you slide Pasta back in there, keep Hall at center. Then they're pretty much back to where they were a couple weeks ago, and they got the third line back together, which I think should stay. And then I mean, if they get that kid Liza up there at some point, that'd be nasty. I would love to see him. I don't know why they didn't bring him up, but
they probably just want to keep him more keep it developing.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, if the Bruins stay at that first wild card, they get the Panthers. Is that right? Or
it's kind of hard to tell.
I think it's one, like, the one wild card gets the second seed, right? And then the second wild card gets the first seed, I want to say.
Yeah, so we'll probably be getting like
the Panthers probably.
Panthers, Tampa.
Yeah. So I mean, I like that matchup for us, the Panthers. I don't think they're very heavy on the back end. They're forward heavy, and we play very good defense when we're healthy. And you're not gonna win a game like 7-4 against us, And that's how they've been playing every game lately. We talked about them last pod, and they were on a heater, eight straight wins or something like that. And I just wasn't impressed with the schedule. They're playing a lot of cupcake teams, a lot of non-playoff teams.
Yeah, so my big thing with the Bees right now is, like, our 5-on-5 is pretty good from what I've seen. Like, even though we don't have Pasta and, like, Lindholm and whatever, and Allmark's out, but I think our 5-on-5 game is pretty good, and it's just like our power play we need to figure out. We just need Pasta healthy because, like, without Pasta out there on the power play, we're literally nothing.
I think that's the one thing I didn't mention was Pasta on the power play.
Yeah, we're 0 for like 26 or 0 for 27 on the power play.
I don't think we scored on it last night.
No, we didn't.
I mean, the Blues, that's a good team, so I'm not really like...
Yeah, but, like, what about, like, us against the Red Wings?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, exactly. That's what I
can't score on anyone, you know what I mean? And the other thing, too, like, I brought up this stat probably, like, a couple podcasts ago. The Bruins need to stop letting up goals with, like, 4 seconds left in the fucking period, dude. Like, that was disgusting. Like, the sad part about it, too, is that, like, the Blues, they like, were on the half wall, had that shit buried or whatever, and I was like, all right, just eat the puck, like, or whatever. Like, if the Blues are just burying the puck in our offensive zone, just let them do it, especially the run up the clock. Just keep that shit in their feet. Yeah, and then for some reason, like I forget who it was on the Blues, just, like, won the puck, threw it on net, and it just flooded over Swayman's shoulder and in. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. And that just, like, right away, dude, when I saw that, like, I was like, oh, here we go again. You know what I mean? Because every single time we lit up like a last, like, second goal in, like, a period, it's just downhill from there.
Wait,
like,
I'm sorry, was that the Robert Thomas goal?
Yeah, like, he threw it on net.
When it got tipped and nobody was out front.
Yeah, and, like, flooded over Swayman's shoulder.
That was a nice play. There definitely should have been somebody out front there.
Yeah, no, but, like, the thing is, like, how they not, like, keep it, like, buried in the corner, you know what I mean? Because, like, the Robert Thomas, like, had it, like, just, like, buried in, like, the half wall. Just, like, if anything, just, like cross, like put your stick across his back and make sure he doesn't move with the puck. It's, like, 3 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, you have to be aware of, like, the time on the clock.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's happened way too much. Like, those are my two gripes right now, is the power play and just situational, like, awareness.
Yeah, it's kind of scary that it's, like, recurring. Like, the last minute goals happens, like, every other game.
We're the number one team.
Least.
We're, like, the only team in the league with, like that lets them all. Like, I think we're ahead of, like, the Red Wings now. We let up the most, like, last second, like,
it's
period.
A bad stat.
Like, it's so bad. Because, like, you can't be having that shit in the playoffs, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely not.
It just like kind of speaks to just the brain farts on the wall, pretty much. When it comes to that stuff, well, last night anyway, like, it was a wall play and ended up getting up to the D man when it should have been buried. But Yeah, the D's got to play smarter. I just see too many times they're behind our net, just like ripping the puck up the boards and no one's there, and then it's a turnover and it's a bad turnover because it's the defense or the team forechecking, and then they're on their forehand.
Yeah.
And like there's nobody there for us to like help chip the puck off the boards. I see a lot of that. It's just not good. Bad decision making. They're just not eating enough pucks.
I think that'll be a big difference when Lindholm comes back too, because like the veteran presence on like end of the periods, like times like crunch times like that, like that's gonna be a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly. Because him and McAvoy are just a perfect pair from what I saw when they were together. And a lot of people are probably out there right now, probably like freaking out about how like the Bees are just like, I mean, like we escaped with a win last night in overtime, but like the past couple of games definitely haven't been great. Haven't had a great showing, but like again, we just don't have Pasternak, Lindholm's out, whatever, and Allmark just got hurt, so like a lot of people are like, oh no, like probably hitting the panic button. But I wouldn't hit the panic button just yet, because like those two guys like are gonna be back. Like they're resting for a reason. There's a reason why they're not playing. Bruce has a plan. The organization has a plan. They got to get these guys completely healthy and help out and give us a go for a run, hopefully for the Stanley Cup. And I'm not worried about this team at all, because we're still like in games and winning like against good teams. Like we just snapped the Blues winning streak last night in overtime with like a very thin group that played pretty good 5-on-5. I think it was pretty good 5-on-5, but just our situational stuff we just need to touch up on.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. Yeah, I mean, it's also like we talked about it last pod, how Bruce was really giving it to the boys at practice after the bad losses we've had, and it has a lot to do with like just trying to whip the younger guys into shape maybe more and be like, hey, it's time,
Yeah.
like everybody, like even like the third line, even like that's a heartbeat I think of the team kind of too. Like you need those guys, they hard work, gritty guys, and they're like making mistakes, and obviously can't afford that type of stuff when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got to stay out of the box. That's big too.
Oh yeah, T. Freddie.
Yeah, you got to stay out of the box,
T.
Freddie.
Freddie, you don't want to get a health bomb, bud. Just be smart.
Yeah. All right, so this will be a good time to roll up to the interview. Rob Mcgovern.
Yeah,
He's good. He's a good interview. Hope you guys enjoy. This week's guest is a local guy from Weymouth, Massachusetts. He minded the crease for 4 years for the University of Maine Black Bears. Thank you for coming on the podcast, Rob Mcgovern.
Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, so let's start with your early hockey days here. When did you fall in love with the game of hockey, and also when did you decide to become a goalie?
I don't know. When I was young, I wasn't the best skater, so I thought, playing goalie, I wouldn't have to move as much, so that's why I started playing. But I don't know. Probably right away is when I started loving it, and I just big fan of getting on the ice and messing around with friends and playing street hockey and all that stuff. So just kind of came from that.
Have you always had the size and all that? So is that why you decided to get in the crease?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I was always a big kid, so that definitely helped. But I love playing forward too. It's just like I said, I couldn't really skate, so I was kind of stuck to the blue paint.
Yeah, I feel like usually goalies have like those sneaky good hands too. Are you out there just dangling on everyone now?
Try to. When I play men's league, I still can't move, but throw toe drags.
I remember back in the summer leagues, the first time seeing you out there, I was like, holy shit.
Those are good times.
Yeah, those hang-em leagues.
Those are fucked.
Yeah, so what hockey program did you develop growing up in? Were you mostly like a Weymouth youth hockey guy growing up?
Yeah, I played Weymouth youth for a long time. Probably from like instructional up to say probably bantam, so the whole way through. But I also played with the South Shore Kings. I was like the backup goalie, and then I did a year with the Terriers too.
Oh, nice. So you got some select hockey as well.
Yeah.
I saw you play for the Cape Cod Whalers. Did you play 1 year for them?
Yeah, I played a U16 with them and then U18 with them. just half season.
Oh, nice. So after that, after you played for them during your Thayer days, it looks like you owned the net with a goals against average of 2.22 and a save percentage of 932. You want to go on memory lane and mention your time at Thayer?
Yeah. So I went to Weymouth High for 2 years. Didn't play really at all, and I had an opportunity to go to Thayer, and my sister went there, so that's kind of opened the door for me. And then I went there right away. Tony kind of had me starter, even though I wasn't ready for it. And we struggled really. We struggled a lot my first year. We were probably the worst team in New England. We got smoked by most teams, but we were really young. And then junior year, we kind of flipped the script, and we went on a run, and we beat a lot of teams, and we made it to the semis of the large school. And then my senior year, we one of the best teams in New England. So we went from the bottom to the top in 3 years, and it was a lot of good guys that I'm still friends with now. We had a lot of D1 kids on the team, but that first year was fucking miserable. Like, you didn't want to show up to the rink because we were getting smoked. Tony was being Tony, and it wasn't a great time.
Yeah, but you probably built so much camaraderie with all those guys. Like you said, like you're still like good friends with them now, and you go through the bad times, and also you always get to enjoy the good times with your friends. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what made it so much better. Is you experience the worst of the worst hockey-wise, and then to go from that to top 3 team in all of New England that quick too. And basically the whole team was there for basically all of it. So it was just special at the end. Too bad we hit the bed in the playoffs, but I'll never forget those teams and those kids who are on the team.
Yeah, so after your time at Thayer, like, did you get multiple offers, or was it just you Maine on your radar?
So after I graduated from Thayer, I went and I visited UConn, Providence, Holy Cross, and UMass Amherst. And UConn was the only team that offered me a spot on the team, but it was a walk-on spot with no money. Really no future money either, and couldn't afford it, so I told them no. Hopefully somewhere down the line they'll have something open up, and they said they're just going to keep talking to me. Basically all the teams just kept saying, like, yeah, we're going to keep watching, and then by the end of it, like, nothing came from it. And then that was really it. I didn't hear anything. It was all crickets after that. It was a tough couple months.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, you end up finding your spot at UMaine. Let's talk about that now. So, who was your favorite teammate in your 4 years there, and why was it Malcolm Hayes?
Malcolm's hysterical. He's a great guy. He's like, words can't explain how funny he is. He's something else. And when I first met him, I was at a concert with Christian Simeone, and because Malcolm lived with him, and Christian introduced me to him, and I was like, this kid can't be real. Like, there's no way this kid plays hockey East up in Maine, especially. And then we went up for summer workouts, and he was up there, and he was, squat a house, bench the Alphon, like, strongest kid I've ever met. We were all terrified of him until we went out drinking with him the first weekend. We were like, it's the nicest kid you can meet. Down to earth, hysterical, stories for days. And I lived with him for 1 year, and he was one of the best roommates I had.
Yeah, we had him on the podcast with Christian, actually, and it was a great interview. Two great guys, and yeah, I wouldn't want to meet Malcolm in a dark alley. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah, some of the pictures I've seen him on Instagram, and just him, turtleheading everyone just like heads just in their shoulder pads, just getting dummied.
He's strong as an ox. Fucking. different type of strong. But like I said, he's the nicest guy. Once you meet him, he's the nicest guy you'll meet, and he's hysterical. So.
It sounds like you got something to say about it? You gonna say something?
I was gonna say how much he probably had to watch over Christian.
What was that?
I was just saying how much he probably had to watch over Christian when they were living together.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine. Christian probably running his mouth right behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
So another one of your teammates at Maine was Jeremy Swayman. How is it having him on the team, and are you surprised with his recent success in the show right now?
I would say like a little bit of yes and no. Obviously, he was very good. I thought it was going to take maybe a few more years, but with that being said, you could see it in him. It was just more of if he was going to have a path right away, or if he was going to have to kind of find his own path through minors all the way up. But he's definitely obviously very good. So
yeah, he's been firing from all cylinders, like especially on the playoff run now and everything. But did you help like mentor him like going into Maine? Like, did you get him? You got him at like the beginning of his career, right?
yeah, he was. He came in. He came in my junior year, and going into that year, we were both at the Bruins development camp together, and that's when I first met him.
Oh.
I don't know. I wouldn't say really mentor him because, it's. I would say it's different for everyone because some people like to have someone like kind of take them under their wing. Other people are more of like find out their own way type, I guess. I would say I was always there if he had any questions, but I wasn't, calling and being like, hey, come over, we have to go over film or talk about this or anything like that.
Okay. So I saw that you signed with an ECHL team. Did you ever like play any games for them or?
So I went down to Wheeling. After I graduated Maine, I was done with hockey. I had no interest in playing anymore, and I went to a wedding. And I saw a couple of my buddies. I was like, fuck it, I might as well try it. Spent 20 years playing. I'll give it a go. So the coach for Wheeling called me, said I had a good chance of making the team. I drove down there, which is like, if you think Orono's the middle of nowhere, Wheeling's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I got there for like maybe 3-4 days. The guy got sent down from the NHL, cleared waivers. So then a kid got sent down from the AHL to the coast, and then that kicked me out of camp. Then I went home and I was kind of thinking like, I don't know if this is really it for me. And then I got a call the next day by a guy out in Kansas City saying they needed a goalie. So he called me at probably 10 a.m. I was on a flight at like 1 o'clock. Went out there, was there for a week. I dressed for 2 or 3 games, and I didn't get into any games, but it was a good experience. And I met some good guys out there too, and it was surprisingly they had a great crowd out there. I'm just happy I got to experience it.
Yeah. Flo was saying the ECHL crowds are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much. Now you have the Mariners and the Railers, but there's not really ECHL out here, so you don't see it. But when I was out in Kansas City, the place was packed. It was like a sellout. They had crazy intros. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah, they call it the jungle for a reason.
Yeah. A couple fights, nothing too bad, but a couple fights, a lot of chirping, and it was different than college. Say that.
You guys got anything for Rob?
Yeah, so back to Maine. Everybody raves about how crazy it is at a game out there. I just want to know what your perspective is.
It's great if you're on Maine. It's awful the fans are batshit crazy, and we love them for it. But it's if you're a hockey fan, especially college hockey, you have to go to a game at the Alfond. It's I'm getting chills thinking about it. It's really there's nothing like it, especially we're playing BU on a Friday, Saturday night, or UNH Friday, Saturday. The place is shoulder to shoulder. It's loud the whole time, no matter what the score is. Like, if we have a big penalty kill, guys are laying out blocking shots. It sounds like the roof's gonna come off. Like, it's unbelievable. And then I tell people all the time, it's the student section hangs over the ice. You can hear everything they say. So it's great for when I was playing. You could hear them talking to me. And obviously, I'm on the team, so they're not saying anything fucked up. But opposite goalies,
Right.
Opposite whatever, you can just imagine the shit they were saying. The locals on winter break and all that stuff, the locals would still come, so it'd still be a good crowd, even when students weren't there. And it was my first game there. I was shitting my pants. I got pulled in first, I think. It was awful, but
Been there.
It's to me, it's the best best atmosphere, best rink in the country. I know BU and even North Dakota teams like that have all the glitz and the glam, but if you get up to Orono, especially as a road team in the middle of winter, you feel completely alone out there, and it's great for us.
You were there during the Eichel years, correct? Did you ever get a chance to play against him, and how was it playing against him if you did?
Against who? Sorry.
Eichel, over at BU.
No, so he was at BU the year before I went in, so I never got to play against him.
Oh, okay.
And I got a question here over at the hot seat. Who's your biggest inspiration growing up in hockey? Who'd you look forward to for looking in your career?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. My dad never played hockey, so it wasn't like I could really lean on him. He was always very supportive and did whatever I needed to do, but I honestly don't know. It's just I'd watch games with him, but like I said, it wasn't like I could really lean on him and be like, oh, why'd that guy do that, or shit. But I don't know. I just enjoyed the camaraderie and the speed of it, and I think that's kind of why I fell in love with it and just stuck with it the whole time. I wouldn't say there was one single person or one single thing, but I don't know. I guess my dad, but like I said, it's different than most people for the reason.
Yeah, hockey. You can't beat the sport of hockey. Just like you said, the speed, the physicality, and everything that goes with it. It's kind of hard not to like.
But yeah, obviously biased, but to me, it's the best game. Definitely the best game you can watch. But I think it's the best game you can play too.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you guys got anything else for him?
I'm all good.
I'm good.
I have everything.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Rob. We appreciate it. Your high slot jersey will be in the mail soon. So, what's your number? What do you want? What do you want for your number?
I'll be 67 in honor of Malcolm J. Hayes.
Oh, perfect. Well, we got you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
Thanks
on.
for coming on, man.
Appreciate
Appreciate
you
it.
coming
Thanks
on,
for
Rob.
having me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks for having me. Have a good time.
All right, so now we're gonna do the gambling corner. Unfortunately, Coco's not here this week. We're just gonna have him. We're gonna send over the games that we're picking, and we'll throw it on the Instagram. So, Butts, you gotta come in and do the picks too. Or are you gonna just?
Yeah, I'll have some picks.
Okay.
I'll go off the top. I'll pick from the heart and probably do better than everyone.
All right, we'll see. All right, so first game we're gonna highlight here. It's a Friday night game, 9 p.m. Colorado Avalanche versus the Edmonton Oilers. The Avalanche have been 9-1 in their last 10, but they have a streak of losing one. And then you got the Oilers who are 8-1-1 in their last 10, and they have a win streak of 2. What do you guys like?
My heart's going with the Colorado. I mean, Edmonton's at home, and Avalanche won the last 2. The Oilers are hungry though, so honestly, I don't know. I might change my pick here. It depends on who's in net, but honestly, for Colorado, it doesn't really matter too much because both goalies have been really well. Kemper is like 35-9 overall, and you got Francois, who's probably pretty close. Not 35, but very good record. Edmonton's hungry. They're chasing tail for that 2nd seed, or they are the 2nd seed, trying to protect it. I'm gonna go with the Avalanche.
How about you, Butts?
All right, I'm going to go with the Oilers, and I'm going to go with the over. I think this game's going to be an absolute shootout, and I think the goalies are going to fall apart.
Oh, we don't even have a line, but okay,
I don't
Butts.
need a line or anything. It's going to be 6.5 or 7, just like every other game. It's going to be an 8 or 9 goal game.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's the only way the Oilers, I think, could win that, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Butts here. I'm gonna go with the Oilers just because I think like the Avalanche, because like they're
Park the bus.
Yeah, they're solidified and like they're comfortable. Like they're probably pretty much gonna win the President's Trophy. Like they have like all the points, and there's no point of like really going out there and just trying to match like the intensity, especially with like you don't want to get your like top guys getting hurt or whatever. And the Oilers are playing for something.
Did they clinch that President's?
They're probably going
Trophy?
to. Dude, they have a shit ton of points. So they're way ahead of like everyone.
They need a win, I guess, if they want to do that.
I think they have 115 points right now, which is nuts. So the next game we're going to highlight Saturday, it's the New York Rangers coming to visit the hometown boys over in Boston, the Bruins. The New York Rangers are 7-2-1 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. And then you got the Bruins that are 6-4 in the last 10. We've won 2 in a row. What do you guys like?
So I'm going with the Bees. The Bees, they haven't beat the Rangers yet this year. They're still fighting to move up, probably on the Lightning and the Leafs. I guess Allmark's supposedly going to be in net, coming off that puck off the head. Hopefully it knocks some sense into him so he plays better. And yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bruins too, just because notoriously Bruins on Saturday games, especially day games, I feel like they always show up. And especially with crunch time coming down right now, I think I'm going to take the Bruins.
Yeah, I might as well ring the bell right now. We got a consensus.
Ring it.
I agree with that 100%. Like we show up during like matinee. It's not completely matinee. It's around 3:00, but I think we're just hungry. We're gonna need a win, and I think the Rangers are probably gonna put in like Gorgiev. I would assume because they've been riding Shesterkin for a while, and all. I think probably gonna give him a rest. So
yeah, it might be a full squad for the Bruins too.
There's like we might get Pasta and Lindholm back by then, hopefully.
I think definitely Lindholm, but Pasta's still questionable.
He's definitely more hurt. So yeah, with the boys with the consensus with the hometown team, let's go. And the last game we're gonna highlight is gonna be on Sunday, and it's gonna be the Predators and the Lightning. These two teams are both playing for seeding, and the Predators are definitely trying to solidify that one wild card spot, make sure no one creeps up on them. You got the Predators are 5-4-1 in their last 10 with a win streak of 1, and then you got the Lightning that are kind of like teeter-tottering right now. They're 4-4-2 in their last 10, and they've lost their last game. What do you guys like?
You mean do you mean Minnesota and Nashville, or Tampa and Florida?
No, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at Sunday. Because I have Nashville playing Minnesota.
Oh, sorry. No, this is Saturday. Like, this thing's messed up. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's Saturday. My bad.
Oh, you're looking at Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay. I'm looking at Sunday.
It's between Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
Many just gave each other that look.
Yeah, we're like, what's going on? But, disregard that. So I think the Predators definitely need this win, but I don't know if they're going to get it. I'm going to take the Lightning. I'm not going to give too much analysis. I think the Lightning just better team.
I'm going to go Predators. just because I like to be a little bit different. I like to go against the grain a little bit. The Addies fate of the weekend. I think it might be the Predators game.
Yeah, I like the Predators here too, just because I think they're just hungry. They need to keep on winning. They need the wild card spot. I know that they're kind of like they're probably a couple points ahead in the first wild card spot, but like obviously you got to keep on winning games, especially down this stretch. And yeah, and like the Lightning
Lightning are great at home.
Yeah, but they've been falling off a little bit. I mean, they're not falling off, but like they're 4-4-2 in their last 10, and I don't know. I think the Predators are just gonna win this game. Yeah, they're teetering a little bit right now. All right, so now we're gonna go to Sunday. So we got. Oh, I just had it. Avalanche and Jets. We'll do another Avalanche game. Actually, no, scratch that. We'll do Lightning Panthers. Because you guys mentioned it earlier.
That's a better game.
Yeah, you guys mentioned that.
Battle of the no taxes.
All right, yeah, battle of no taxes. So we got Lightning. Like I said, they're 4-4-2 in their last 10. They lost their last one, and then the Panthers, man, 10-0-0 in their last 10. And they have a win streak of 11. So what do you guys got?
Yeah, no. So this game screams over. So I'm taking the over in this game, and I'm taking the Panthers. They're gonna smoke them.
Yeah, the Panthers have been good to me the last 2 years. I'm gonna absolutely hammer the Panthers. I'm going probably the biggest units of the week on the Panthers.
Yeah, we'll do another consensus here. Like the Panthers have been just rolling. They've been the hottest team in the NHL right now, and I think they're just gonna roll it all the way back into the playoff, all the way into the playoffs. I think they're just gonna just put their gas, like the foot right on the gas pedal, and just coast right in.
So I see Florida got 116 points. How many points does the Avs have?
They have a lot.
Yeah, it's got to be around the same, right? So they're probably fighting for that President's Trophy. So 116. Yeah, they're both at 116, so they're fighting for that President's Trophy. I mean, that shit doesn't really mean anything.
I mean, it's kind of a curse if you win it.
Yeah, it is, because I think like no one's won the cup or something.
Yeah, no one's ever won a cup with the President's Trophy.
The last team to go to the cup, I think, was the Bruins.
2013.
Yeah, but didn't win it.
Yeah, we lost.
No, 2019 with the against the Blues.
Oh yeah, wait, we were President's Trophy.
Yeah, we were the best team.
Yeah, I was too.
That was the year that Pasta scored 50.
I was too busy on deployment overseas. I couldn't even watch that shit.
Dude,
thank you.
It was funny because a bunch of people a bunch of people that night I knew were like, oh, let's go to the baseball tab and rest in peace to watch the Game 7. I was just like, I'm sitting inside, and if this shit just hits the fan, I'm just at home, so I don't have to deal with it.
Dude, I was working at Greatest Bar, and literally I've never seen the bar so packed. And I've never seen it clear out so fast in my life. Yeah. Literally within 10 minutes, I think half the bar left on their tabs.
Yeah, they're probably like, fuck it.
Yeah, no one wanted anything to do with anything.
They're like, yeah, charge my debit card like another $10. I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah, people like ripping off their Bruins jerseys. Like, yeah, I can't be seen in this.
Yeah, so those are the gambling picks for this week. Follow us, fade us, whatever you want to do.
Probably fade us.
Yeah, well, fade me. I went like 1-5 last week.
I went 3-2. But I said fade me last week, so maybe it brings me some good luck.
Wait for the professor's pick. Cause him with that vitamin D, the kid's getting hot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'll be giving out the picks on Instagram. I don't know what it will be. Probably a video. He'll be giving them out verbally, so you better get a notepad down.
From the beach.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to close up real quick with my fun fact of the day. So a chicken once lived without a head for 18 months. Chicken brains are concentrated at the back of the skull, and there isn't much to begin with anyway. For that reason, a decapitated chicken can survive for quite a while, living off just its nerve endings. Mike the Headless Chicken is perhaps the most famous example. Its owner, a farmer named Lloyd Olson, chopped his head off in 1945, but the chicken just didn't die. So the family kept him around and dropped food and water directly into his esophagus. It finally gave out after 18 months in considerable media attention. What's your thoughts on that?
That's nuts. I didn't know they could legit just walk around with their heads cut off and live like that though. Like you could drop something down his esophagus and it would just take it.
That must have been the grossest shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like imagine how gross that must have looked.
How so was it?
And shit.
It must have been all liquid stuff because that thing ain't chewing anything.
Yeah, it was just. I said it was all nerves and stuff. Like that's how I was living.
That's nuts. But like, hey, you know, like why don't they just like fry the chicken or something?
It was probably diseased or something. That's probably why they cut its head off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you cut its head off, you're like planning on eating it or something, right?
Yeah, it's
or you just like fell on the sword.
Yeah, so there's a picture right here. It's in Fruita, Colorado. There's literally a sculpture honoring that chicken.
No.
Yeah.
Wow, he's a big deal, huh?
Yeah, he was like he was a big
Wow,
deal.
he's a
yeah.
beast. Let me see. Point that over
All
here.
right, we need a trip out there to see this.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
It's-
Where is that?
It's in Colorado.
Wow, that's one famous chicken.
Yeah, for just like, it
Just for
but it
that?
had no idea because it didn't have a fucking head.
Avalanche playoff game. We'll go see that. We'll go
Did he
see the
pose? He must have posed for it.
Yeah, he had a photo shoot with a headless fucking chicken.
chicken. Like, tapping on the ground to make it come this way.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, nah, I can see.
All right, everyone. That's my fun fact. Thanks for listening, tuning into another episode of the High Slot Hockey Podcast. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, you guys got anything for everyone out there?
Nah, thanks for listening. A little short-handed today, you know, but the boys will be back full tilt next week, no doubt.
Yeah. I tried my best on doing facilitating. So
Yeah, no, you killed it. It feels weird being in front of the camera. I think next week I'm definitely gonna be back behind the.
Yeah, you know, Bob was a little, you know, nervous, you know, leave some good comments, you know, some shitty ones too. Let him know how he did.
Tell us the truth.
yeah, be brutally honest. I don't care. All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.